Welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Matt, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to check out the schedule on the website. The presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. And now I'd like to turn things over to our first presenter, the University of Pittsburgh at Bradford.
Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine, and I'm from Pitt Bradford. I'm going to get my slideshow started here this evening. So we are from the Bradford campus. A little bit about us, we're from Bradford, Pennsylvania. So if you're unfamiliar with that, it's right on the New York border on the west side of the state. We're about 90 miles from Erie or Buffalo, and we are 3 hours directly north of Pittsburgh. There's roughly 1,200 undergraduate students on our campus with a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. There's about 20 students in an average class at Pitt Brad. So we have 40 majors to offer. Super popular ones are business, biology. We have a lot of pre-professional programs like occupational therapy or physical therapy, as well as pre-law. And some of those have agreements. We have agreements with grad schools. So if you're interested in kind of going the whole way through, you can do 4 years with us and keep going. And at Pitt Bradford, even though you're at a branch campus, you still graduate with a University of Pittsburgh degree. We have several different scholarship opportunities, and we started out at a 3.6 GPA, which ends up being about a 97%, kind of give or take a point in your classes. And those start at $5,000 every year for all 4 years if you are a Pennsylvania resident. Out of state starts at $10,500. And then there is a unique opportunity for the 24 bordering counties in New York State, since we're right on the border, super close, that can bring you into in-state tuition kind of cost if you are eligible. If maybe your GPA isn't quite that high, we are test optional, but I would suggest taking an SAT or an ACT if you have a 2.75 GPA, because then with that score, you're still eligible for the scholarship. It's just kind of a combo deal instead. We have lots of different on-campus housing and dining options. We have suite styles that are available for freshmen, which is 4 to a suite, 2 to each room. Or we also have what is called Livingston Alexander, which you'll see a picture of the outside in the next slide, but that is our all freshman resident hall, and the only upperclassmen in the building are your resident advisors. But they did the best they could to take the whole community of Pitt Bradford and kind of stick it in a building. Some people have likened it to a hotel because there's a mini fitness center, there's living rooms, big screen TVs, small study areas in the rooms as well. No matter where you pick to live, they are fully furnished. You get couches in the suites as well as desks, beds, all of that good stuff. We have adjustable meal plans in our dining hall, KOA dining hall. We also have a Qdoba Mexican Eats and Cafe where your burgers, fries, kind of to-go options are. And we also have a Starbucks on campus. So you can definitely get your coffee fix. And it is conveniently located in our library. Up here, the one that you see a little bit of construction on is Livingston Alexander, because it's only 3 years old. So that is one of the freshman options. The other one is Rice Hall, which is most popular with our freshman students if you're going for the suite route. As upperclassmen, we have townhouses and garden apartments. So if you want that more independent living feel, but still really close to campus to roll out of bed and go to class, that's also an option. Campus involvement, we have 14 different sports. We are Division III in NCAA. We also have club hockey, club cheerleading, and esports, which is relatively new. We have clubs and organizations like our art club, our Bailey's Beads, which is our literary magazine. There is also some academic clubs. So if you're interested in environmental studies or criminal justice, we have a club as well as a major for that. And there are plenty of community service opportunities. We have Greek life. Our fraternities and sororities are very involved with that, as well as a very active Habitat for Humanity chapter. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A, and then this is a number that you are welcome to call, as well as the admissions email. So shoot us an email and someone will respond. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Catherine. And next up is Susquehanna University.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. My name is Heather Pearson, and I'm an admissions counselor at Susquehanna University. So Susquehanna is located in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. So that's about 45 minutes away from the state of Harrisburg. We do have about 2,300 students on our campus. So about 50% of the student population are from Pennsylvania. The other half are from nearby areas. So that really enables us to have really great relationships with our students and faculty in the classroom, but it enables a lot of students to have hands-on learning experiences in the classroom as well. Because of our small classes or small population, we do have small classes here at Susquehanna. So the average class size is about 18 students with a student faculty ratio of 13:1. Some of our top majors here include creative writing, biology, communications, as well as psychology. So there's over 125 programs that students can choose from their time here. We do pair students up with an academic advisor. So you'll have that academic advisor for all 4 years that you're a student here. Oftentimes, students will have a personal relationship with their professors, which not only will allow them to have research opportunities, but ultimately lead them to internships and even job opportunities as well. A part of our curriculum at Susquehanna that makes us very unique, in my opinion, is our Global Opportunities program, or our GO program that we like to refer to it as. So this is where 100% of our students will have some type of significant cross-cultural experience within their 4 years. There's 3 different options for students to choose from. So the first is a Go Short trip, which is over the winter or the summer breaks. They're all faculty led, and they either have a service or an academic component to them. So for example, some of our more popular Go Short programs are to Nepal and Hawaii. So that's just a very exciting trip that students can go on if they choose. The second option is our Go Long trips. So those are your traditional semesters abroad where you'll live in a specific culture as well as take a full course load of classes. Within our Sigmund Wise School of Business, students are also guaranteed an international internship. So many of our students, a part of that program, will actually go to London, England for the entire semester. The last option students get to choose from is a Go Your Way trip, and these are individualized trips for the student. So if you want to match it up with an internship or a research opportunity, students can do so. They would just work with our staff members in the Global Opportunities Office to make that happen. In addition to our Global Opportunities program, there's multiple things to do on campus. We have over 150 active clubs and organizations at any given time. So if students want to have a part of their academic society, they can. We also have faith-based, Greek life, sports, as well as special interest groups. So if you want to become a member of our newly founded beekeeping club and learn about bees and how to keep them, we have that as an option. We also have a Nerf gun club, which students really enjoy as well on campus. Moving forward to opportunities that students have after college, 96% of alumni are working full-time or pursuing advanced degrees within only 6 months of graduation. This is a great statistic for our alumni because it shows not only are they successful in the classroom, but they are prepared to take that next step, whatever it may be, because of their professors and because of their classes that they have taken on campus. As part of our application process at Susquehanna, we are on the Common App as well as the Susquehanna Success App. In addition to the application, we ask for a high school transcript as well as one letter recommendation from a counselor or teacher. Susquehanna is test optional, so if you don't think that it accurately reflects you as a student, there's no need to submit those scores. This year, we are not requiring the essay, so we just need those 3 components for an application. In addition to your application, students are automatically considered for merit scholarship, which is based off of their academic performance in high school. The top merit scholarship this year is $40,000. So that is a significant amount of money that students could earn for all 4 years that they are a student at Susquehanna. Thank you for listening tonight. And if you have any questions, I will put my email in the chat box. But currently, Susquehanna is open for visitors Monday through Saturday throughout the day. And then we also have different events on the weekends as well as the weekdays for students. And we are specifically hosting senior exclusive events. So if you are interested in attending that, you can go to our visit page and sign up for that.
Thank you so much, Heather. Next up is Youngstown State University.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. My name is Jacob Stanley. If I can just find my stuff here, I will share that with you. Yes, my name is Jacob Stanley. I'm from Youngstown State University, Youngstown, Ohio. We sit about an hour from Pittsburgh and about an hour from Cleveland, right in that sweet spot right in the middle of the two. Whoops, my apologies. Perfect, there we go. Yeah, so Youngstown State is an urban research-based institution. We've done about $39 million in service grants. So we really value that hands-on experience outside of the classroom. We are a Division I school. We have about 12,000 students enrolled at YSU. So really kind of, best of both worlds, kind of right in the middle, in terms of student populations, a little bit more mid-sized for a Division I school. We have about a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, an average class size of about 26, an average lab size of 10. So you're never really going to be lost in a sea of people. You're not going to be just another face in the crowd at YSU. We've been voted among Forbes magazine's top colleges and have over 108,000 alumni. So when it comes to talking about and considering your YSU experience, it kind of breaks down into 3 areas for us: academics, support services, and student life, ways to get involved on campus. So academics, we have over 115 different majors at YSU spread across 5 different academic colleges. And with that, you'll have access to tenure track, associate tenure track professors, people that have done research and are experts in their field. You also have opportunities for research opportunities as an undergrad student, as well as experiential learning. So really opportunities to get your hands dirty outside of the classroom. YSU does have an honors college. Is a separate application. It's a very cool program, tons of great resources and potential scholarships. You need to have at least a 3.5 GPA, a 26 on your ACT, or a 1240 on your SAT. So support services. Obviously, once you kind of get here on campus and get into your programs, we're not going to just kind of cut you loose and not offer you any ways to get help here on campus. Here are some of the ways that we offer support to students here at YSU. Some of the ones I like to highlight are our academic advisement office. Each student is assigned an academic advisor their first year. That's just somebody that's going to help keep you on track, make sure you're taking the classes, not getting off track or off course. And really, if you have a 4-year plan, really helping you achieve that 4-year plan to graduation. Our Office of Career Exploration and Development is a great resource for career assessments, trying to figure out what might be a good fit for you program-wise here. Mock interview opportunities, resume building, as well as access to job, career, and internship fairs. Personally, my favorite resource on campus when I was a student here is our Resch Academic Success Center. That's where you're going to find a bulk of our student tutoring opportunities. We offer tutoring in over 200 courses here at YSU. So really, plenty of opportunities if there's things you need that assistance, ways to get help through that center, and really plenty of ways to get that help here at YSU. Then finally, student life, all the fun things that we have to do on campus, kind of highlighted by our campus recreation, highlighted by our 53-foot rock wall, one of the tallest in the state of Ohio. There's plenty of state-of-the-art workout equipment, different classes you can take, certification courses, adventure rec. If you're into being in the outdoors, there's ways to get involved and rent equipment through that facility. As well as Greek life, we offer that here. We have 11 chapters of either fraternities or sororities on campus, as well as student activities. We have over 200 registered student organizations at YSU. Again, we're a Division I school. There's plenty of opportunities to watch our teams play right here on campus. Just you can get tickets free with your student ID. And as you can see, there's opportunities for student government, honor societies, veterans affairs, and student employment, ways to work on campus. Those three areas, like I said, kind of bring you back to your Y experience, and you can really build the experience you want here. So talking quickly about cost of tuition, we feel at YSU we have one of the best educational values anywhere. In terms of cost of attendance, YSU operates on something called a bulk rate, so anywhere from 12 to 18 credit hours. You're essentially going to be paying the rate here. You can see the in-state tuition is in the red column, and the out-of-state tuition is in the gold column there. The biggest thing I'd like to point out is we recently changed our out-of-state surcharge for out-of-state students. It was $6,000. It's now just $360 for all out-of-state students. So essentially, you're only paying $360 more than an in-state student would pay. So just trying to keep it very affordable for all students. Plenty of scholarship opportunities at YSU. If you go to our financial aid webpage, you can see we have over 700 scholarship opportunities there. One of the ones our office really likes to point out is our Freshman Excellence Scholarship, because these are awarded to first-year students that attend YSU the fall after you graduate. So you can see if you come in with at least a 3.0 GPA, 19 on the ACT, or a 990 on the SAT, you're going to be automatically awarded a $1,000 scholarship. If you complete at least 24 credits an academic year, 12 a semester, and maintain at least 3.0 GPA here at YSU, that could be renewable for up to $4,000. So that's, in terms of our completed application, what that looks like. We have a priority deadline of February 15th, a final deadline of August 1st. Our application's online. There's a $45 application fee. We are test optional until spring 2023, but we'll need final high school transcripts as well as any college transcripts for college courses you've taken. That's a completed application. We are offering visits. We offer 3 visits a day. We do have some Saturday dates, but you can schedule all those at visit.ysu.edu. We'd love to see you at Youngstown State. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jacob. Next up is Lackawanna College.
All right, thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. Let's see. All right, so all right, hi everyone. My name is Molly Raditsky. I am an admissions advisor for Lackawanna College, and today I'm going to just be reviewing some facts about us, our degree options, tuition, and your next step as possibly a prospective high school student. So we have been around for about 125 years. We've always been right in the heart of Scranton, Pennsylvania, and we were founded in 1894. At the time, we were a business college, and then we became a junior college, only offering 2-year degrees. And over time, we started offering 4-year degrees. And so now we consider ourselves the communities college, not a community college. We do have over 30 associate degrees and 8 bachelor's degrees, as well as several certificates that you can choose from, including the Act 120 certificate program and the clinical medical assistant, and many more. We are an accredited small private college, and we have a total of about 1,900 students, 1,000 of those students being at the Scranton campus. We do have a pretty small class size, about 16-to-1 student faculty ratio. So if you think you may need like a one-on-one with a professor, this college may be a good fit for you. So we are actually located in, the main campus is actually in Scranton, but we do have about 7 campuses across the Northeast region of Pennsylvania. The Environmental Center being our 7th one, which is where our conservation and natural resource certificate does take place. I'm not going to go over all of the associate degrees, but I will note a few of the heavy hitters, some of which include accounting, baking and pastry, business, cybersecurity, human services, and professional studies. We do also offer 2-year health science degrees that you can see, and those include cardiac sonography, diagnostic medical sonography, nursing, occupational therapy assistant, physical therapy assistant, pre-allied health, surgical technology, and vascular sonography. We do have 8 bachelor's degrees, and out of the 8, I would say our heaviest hitter is currently our business degree, but some of the honorable mentions include restaurant and food service management, and then also our RN to BSN, which is an online degree, and our criminal justice degree. So just to briefly talk about our sports, we are a D1 and D2 school. We currently have basketball, softball, volleyball, soccer, esports, and wrestling for women's. And then the same thing for men's, just switch around softball and baseball. If you don't know what esports is, it is essentially competitive gaming. We do have a state-of-the-art esports lounge with gaming equipment and TVs, and it is considered to be somewhat of an athletic sport here. You have to, maintain a GPA, and that goes along for all of the sports that we offer here. So we do have some transfer options as well. We love our community, so we have a program called the Passport Program. And it can be, just an option for you to take your credits outside of Lackawanna, and you can see a few of them listed here. So we want you to know that, college is an investment in yourself, but it can be affordable with the right moves. So currently right now, commuter's tuition is about $16,000 per year, and a resident's tuition is roughly $27,000 per year. This is without financial help, so make sure you complete your FAFSA to see what loans and grants you may be eligible for. I always like to throw in that we have had $1.5 million awarded to our students who have come to Lackawanna. We also have a scholarship page right on our website where you can apply for each one that applies to you. So if you don't think it applies to you, just put your name in the hat anyway and see if you are eligible. If you are looking to be a resident, or if you live 45 miles outside of campus, you may live in one of our residence halls. We have Sealy, McKinney, and Tobin Hall. All of them are co-ed by floor. This right here is typically what a dorm room looks like. And all of our standard rooms come with basically fully furnished, and you won't have to provide a micro fridge. We provide that for you. We also have triples and quads available, which you may be placed in if you are an athlete. And yes, you also can request a roommate. So all of our resident tuition comes with a meal plan, either a silver or a gold meal plan. We have 2 eating options here, one of them being the cafeteria, which is full of hot and cold meals, soda fountains, and an all-you-can-eat buffet. If you are considering a culinary career, you will be practicing your culinary talents in our student-run restaurant 409 on Adams, which is open to the public as well. And if you wanted to only use your meals swipes elsewhere, you can eat essentially all of your food at the Falcon's Nest, where you can order made-to-order food and pick out pre-made food, which includes my favorite sushi. And then we do have a few drink corners as well. So if you would like to know more and have a one-on-one with an advisor, the first thing you can do is just submit a free application on our website, which will prompt you to schedule a visit with an advisor. We will need a high school transcript and maybe your SATs, but we are test optional. And then once you feel like you want to commit to us, you can submit your commitment fee. And if you guys have any questions, you can call my phone number below or leave them in the chat.
Thanks so much. And next up is Slippery Rock University.
Perfect, thank you. All right, so we're just gonna share my screen here real quick. All right, so good evening, everyone. My name is Carla Romero. I am one of the assistant directors of admission at Slippery Rock University, and we are one of the 14 Pennsylvania state schools in PA. We are actually located on the western side of the state, about an hour north of the city of Pittsburgh. And currently, right now, we are the third largest in the system with a little over 8,800 total student enrollment on campus, so including undergrad and graduate students. Just undergraduate students, you're looking at about 7,600 undergrad students or students seeking their bachelor's degree from there. That being said, we are considered a medium-sized public institution, but average class size is still about 25 to 30 students. So I always say Slippery Rock is a nice Goldilocks type of feel, right? Not too big, not too small, kind of just right, especially in the classroom where you need it, but has that big school feel right outside of the classroom where you want to become involved and have different opportunities from there. Slippery Rock also offers over 150 different undergraduate degree programs, many of them leading into our master's and doctoral degree programs as well. So if you're looking into accelerated options, we offer that for many of our programs, whether that be health sciences, business, education, or computer science. Our top 5 biggest majors tend to be in exercise science, biology, psych, and education and engineering. And engineering can be civil, mechanical, industrial systems, or petroleum and natural gas engineering. But we also have really unique majors at Slippery Rock. So like dance and music therapy, recreational therapy, animal assisted interventions, and safety management. So there's a wide range. Even if you're undecided, you can be undecided at Slippery Rock for up to 2 years, and you'll still get an advisor and assistance with choosing a major from there. Or maybe you're in between 2 different majors and students can dual major or major and minor from there. And that's very popular on campus with us. Now, this slide looks super overwhelming, but just to kind of give you an idea and a taste about some of our pre-professional programs and accelerated options. Physician assistant, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and athletic training are some of our most popular programs with a lot of 3+ options from there. So if you are looking into one of those are options, but of course, many of the other health sciences, even psychology, MBA, and education, like I talked about before. So just to kind of give you an idea of what that is, although I know this slide looks a little overwhelming. Now, aside from that, outside of academics, there's plenty of different things to be involved in. So because of our size, we have plenty of different clubs and organizations on campus. We are NCAA Division II. We play in the PACAC, very strong men and women's sports. If that's something you're interested in, you can go on our website and complete the student athlete recruitment form. It is both recruitment and walk-on positions from there for students and has scholarship opportunities attached. Of course, there's different types of study abroad opportunities. You could do it for a couple weeks, a semester, a year in English in their native language, whichever you choose. We have our own space for students to have the Pride Center, the Women's Center, the Multicultural Student Development Center, and Veteran Center. So those students have safe spaces on campus. It takes up a whole second floor of our student center. So a lot of students appreciate that there's a specific area for things outside of the classroom, and it's not always just academically based. Of course, there's also Greek life on campus. So if you're looking to rush while you're on a college campus, we have different fraternity and sororities on campus, both academic and social. And then we also have the Honors College for students to be invited to apply into that as well. We have many different support services, and that's really what sets Slippery Rock apart from so many of our sister schools. We have the highest graduation rate and placement rate within the state system and the second highest retention rate within the state system. So we are doing a good job of getting our students not only to Slippery Rock, but graduating on time and making sure they have some next steps. And really, we work with career education and development. That all starts during freshman year, getting a resume ready, clinical rotations or shadowing experiences, student teaching, whatever it is related back to your major, you will have something there for you. And of course, other different support services, even just choosing the right major and making sure that you have an advisor for each of those majors if you are a dual major as well. So we really pride ourselves in our success services and support services on campus. Of course, students can live on campus. We require it for any student who lives over 50 miles from Slippery Rock, PA. You can live in residential suites or the traditional hall. The traditional hall is pretty much what it sounds like. So you share a bathroom and a kitchen with the floor. Suites, private bathroom, private kitchenette. It's where most of our students live. So that's that building right pictured on the screen. And students can have a car as a freshman. It's $25 for the parking pass for the school year, not per semester. So that is an option for students. For my PA residents, depending on what kind of housing style you choose, residential suites or traditional hall. So for the most expensive kind of housing, tuition and fees, you're still looking at a little under 21 for one full academic school year. That includes everything minus books and parking. And we discussed that parking is 25. So not terrible. But of course, there's different types of scholarships and financial aid opportunity. So we do ask that students apply prior to December 1st if they plan to be considered for scholarship. And that could be based on your grades, things that you were involved in, your major, where you graduated from. There's a whole bunch of different things that we consider. And so you're able to stack one on top of the other. So if it's based off of your major, based off of your grades, Pittsburgh Promise, whatever it may be, all of those things can be stacked together. And so students get a really decent financial aid package from there. Applying is super easy, and you just need an online application, a $30 application fee, and a high school transcript, 9th through 11th grade and 12th grade schedule on there. We are test optional, except for our pharmacy and LECOM programs, which is dentistry and osteopathic medicine from there. Aside from that, you can apply to any of our programs with just a transcript, but if you want to add anything else, you certainly can from there. And you have until May 1st, just like at any other institution, to decide whether Slippery Rock is for you or not for you. And that's my information. We do have plenty of visit options, open houses, and daily visits if you want to come down and check us out. Thank you.
Thanks very much. So as we draw to the close of this session, we have a little bit of time for some Q&A, and I'd invite all of our panelists to come back on camera and respond to this question. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And I'll ask our panelists to respond in the same order that they started. So Catherine, you're up first.
Yeah, so I think my best advice would be to definitely keep an open mind and look around. And if you are able to visit a campus, to definitely do it, because different campuses have different vibes, and you'll definitely know pretty quick if mine or anyone's is for you. If you could step on campus, I definitely would recommend it.
I would recommend students to really take control of their college search process, because it's ultimately the student's decision rather than the parents. So I would recommend the students really taking that on, asking as many questions as they have. No question is too small. Admission counselors are more than happy to answer anything that you have, and also just to see the campus for yourself.
Yeah, I would kind of piggyback off of both of those answers and just kind of look around, find the best fit for you. You don't be pressured to go somewhere because you know a bunch of people from high school went there. You know, really look for a good fit that has a program that you specifically want. You know, if you're looking for a specific thing, find a good fit, and then find the program that you want to really feel, I guess, at home. And I guess the best fit for you is, you know, where I would lean.
So I would say my advice is just find a good balance between asking for advice, and kind of like Heather said, just making your own personal decision, and definitely asking the hard questions, and just also taking your education seriously, because in the end you are earning some sort of degree or you're earning some sort of certificate. And just kind of find the balance. I think it is hard to do that as, you know, a teenager fresh out of high school. And that's why I'm saying, you know, ask for advice, and be super honest with, you know, your admissions advisors and your parents or guardians.
Yeah, I would really piggyback off everyone else and really doing your research with any and all of those things when it comes to your major, financial aid, and just the campus life itself, whether it's in a big town or small city. And you really won't know until you're on campus, but also looking at things just beyond your major and financial aid. There is a lot more to college. 70% of your time is actually spent outside of the classroom. So seeing what you can get involved in, where you find your space, it is going to be your home for the next 4 years. So really, like the others have said, you know, take control of your, admissions process and go through it. We are the Office of Admissions, not the Office of Denial, right? So we do our best to help you through that process as much as we can.
Thank you all. Our next question. What's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
I would say for Pitt Bradford specifically, if you were to pick Pitt Bradford, you have the power of Pitt and the university behind you, but you are in a much smaller institution. So you also get that personal touch. So not only do you get that research and that academic and that degree at the end, but you really get to feel in a situation where the professors get to know you. Also kind of my fun fact to stick out, we're the same age as Brad Pitt. Pitt Bradford is, so.
That is a fun fact. But regarding Susquehanna, as I mentioned in my spiel earlier, we do offer a global opportunities program as part of our curriculum. And I really do believe that that is a really life-changing opportunity for students. We are one of the only institutions in America that currently have developed that into our curriculum, so that it really enables students to have opportunities away from campus that they wouldn't normally have at another institution.
Yeah, I would like to just kind of double back to what Carla said in her first answer about getting involved on campus. At YSU, again, we have over 200 student organizations. We have a squirrel watching club at YSU, and that's very niche. And that might be something you're not interested in. But if you take the time to really see the different ways to get involved on campus, having worked on campus as long as I have at this point, or just been around students on campus, that is such a huge chunk of your life. And there's really opportunities at YSU, and really any of these schools. Just get involved on campus, because you never know what connections you will make, what job opportunities that might lead to. Just keep that in mind, that stay involved, get involved, find things to do outside of the classroom, because that can be a big stepping stone, personally, professionally, as you move through your time wherever you go.
So I would say I would like for everyone to remember just, I think our affordability, but also our class size and just the campus size in general. I think the smaller class size, it might not be for everyone, but if you need that academic support, that might just be what you need. Even if you're a good student, getting that one-on-one attention is, I think, something that all students deserve. And then I would also say to just remember the certificate programs. I think a lot of people overlook them because they are seeking an associate's or a bachelor's, but sometimes a certificate program, such as Act 120 is the only thing that can get you what you need. For example, being in law enforcement with an Act 120 certification, and that won't necessarily happen if you have an associate's degree in criminal justice, because you need a certification. So definitely look very specifically into the majors. I guess that also goes along with the advice question as well.
If you walk away from this presentation, the big thing I want you to remember about Slippery Rock is that we are obviously an affordable state institution, but has all the big accreditations and opportunities that a big school has as well. And it's a nice medium size, so it's not too overwhelmingly big or small. So it has all those opportunities to become involved and do things outside of the classroom, but also still get a kind of one-on-one feel as well, where professors will still know your name as well.
Excellent. So I have one more question before we wrap up, and that is, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admission process?
So I swear I wrote this down before Carla said we are the Office of Admissions, not denials. I'd like to debunk that there is somebody on the other side of your application. There is someone reading it. We do want to help you. So if students have questions about financial aid or the application process, shoot us an email, send a quick text, or call us. I mean, we're more than happy to help you. That's what we're here for. Don't be afraid to use that resource.
I want to briefly debunk the idea that college and the sticker prices are very daunting, which they are. However, a lot of institutions do provide merit scholarship, need-based grants, things like that. But also, I highly encourage students to complete the FAFSA, or the free application for federal student aid, regardless of your family circumstance, because you won't be eligible for those things and to lower your sticker price down unless you actually do that FAFSA. So I would recommend doing the FAFSA, as well as looking for outside scholarships, whether it's at your high school, your community, your parent or guardian's work, things like that. Because although college is expensive, it is an investment and it will be worthwhile going to it at the end of the day.
I love that. I mean, I always say that too, that it is an investment. Like, it seems like a purchase, but you are truly investing in your future and what you can pursue. The one myth I think I would love to debunk is we only want to sell to you. That is not at all the case. Yes, it is a part of our job to make sure that you're well informed about the institution that we work for, but by no means does that mean we're telling you to not look elsewhere. Because truly we want the best for you and we care about you. I'm not going to go ahead and say like all admissions counselors are like that, but I'm going to just say the ones that you meet that you get like a good feeling about, most likely you're right and they do care about you. That's it. That's it. Oh, and also financially, that FAFSA thing, yes. My grandpa used to say all they can say is no, and that is so true. So go ahead, like I said, put your name in the hat and see what comes out, because you never know.
Yeah, in terms of just things I'd like to debunk, I'm relatively new to being an admissions coordinator, but I have worked on campus for a number of years with students. And that process can be intimidating, and it doesn't really have to be. Like everybody's kind of said, there are people here to help. Take ownership of your process, ask questions. Don't rely on other people to do it for you, because they're not going to be here on campus with you to help get you the things that you need. So really take ownership of that process, and apply for scholarships, because sometimes you might be only going up against one or two other people for $200, $300, $500, whatever scholarship. So apply for that. Every little bit will help you. The process itself doesn't have to be as daunting as it looks from the outside. So really take ownership of that for yourself.
All right, so you guys took a lot of my answers, so I'll try to think of one. But really, like everyone says, kind of echo that, but just don't think that you can only be successful at one of the big D1 schools that you see on TV all of the time. All the institutions here offer something different, whether it's a branch campus or an out-of-state school. There are a lot of different opportunities. Don't be discouraged about not applying out of state because it might be more expensive, or to a private school. There's a lot of different opportunities within financial aid and programming, and going a little bit further, maybe staying a little bit closer to home. So just don't think that it's only a D1 school and that's it. There's 246 colleges in PA only, not including our out-of-state partners. So that's a lot to choose from. So go out there, do your research, talk with us. We really are here to help you. We enjoy talking about our schools, but we also enjoy talking about the admissions process and how much we can help you on the other end. So don't be afraid to ask. We're people too.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much. And thank you for joining us. Thank you to our presenters. When you close this window, there will be a link to a quick survey. We do appreciate your feedback. We encourage you to check out the schedule for more sessions, and you'll be able to find a recording of this session as well as others at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So thank you all so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.